Hello and welcome to your tarot reading for Sunday the 14th of January 2024. Thank you for joining me. My name's Dee, and today's spread, again from the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck, when I first looked at this spread, it brought to mind, and especially it's the presence of the Chariot here, I think that's especially brought to mind that old Irish blessing. You may have heard it. It goes something like, "May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face." Except in this case, it's not the sun, it's the moon, because we've got Jack Skellington. And the Chariot is the sleigh. But there's a lovely supportive energy. That whole blessing has this theme of, universal or divine support, and that is the first thing that sprang to mind when I drew these cards, which I think is really lovely. So we've got the Chariot, and we've got the Five of Needles or the Five of Swords reversed. And then we have the Page of Candles, which it would also be the Page of Wands. So to begin, I think the message that comes through today is based on the fact that we've got the Five of Needles here reversed. So the Five of Needles speaks about conflict. If I just turn it up the right way. So you can see Jack Skellington confronting the Oogie Boogie Man in the Oogie Boogie Man's lair in the Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's about this theme of confrontation or conflict. So in this context of this spread, what's coming through is that it's speaking about a conflict that you have had in the past. It may have been an external conflict with another person, or it could have been an internal conflict that you've had with yourself, and it's caused you some pain and distress or anxiety, which you've been living by pushing it down, by repressing or suppressing it. But it hasn't been fully processed. It's been bothering you. The presence of the moon talks about things that are just under the surface, that exist in our subconscious. So, it may have been superficially dealt with when it happened, but it hasn't been fully processed, and its presence just under the surface is something that you've been living with, and it's been bothering you, and it's been holding you back. And what's wonderful about this spread is that it's giving us the message with this reversal around it's now time to lay that to rest. There's something around today's energy which will enable you to begin the process, or to move forward with the process of doing that, of laying that conflict and what's been bothering you to rest. It's time to put it to bed. And you have the support of the universe in doing that. Now, the way that it's been holding you back is that it's been inhibiting this energy, this Page of Candles energy. Now, the Page of Candles or Wands, that energy is around, it's kind of free spirit energy. It's around boundless creative enthusiasm. It's that energy of being willing to give anything a go, being happy to try out new things and be new, and that fresh-faced kind of boundless enthusiasm energy. So that has been somewhat dampened recently by whatever this conflict was. It's kind of, it's dampened that for you. So you haven't really felt your best self in that way. You haven't felt like you have had that enthusiasm for life, or for some aspects of life that you would normally have or would hope to have, because this has been bothering you. And not in a kind of it's been kind of, this word is such a horrible word, festering, but it's been festering beneath the surface. It's been, you know, even when you've been getting on with things, hasn't been fully resolved. Now, the presence of the Chariot is saying, not only are you in a position to begin or processing that in a meaningful way today, you know, today could represent the beginning of that process, because I get the sense it's not something, you know, that can happen instantly, because this is something that really, it upset you, it bothered you, so much that, you know, it's been pushed down, and not dealt with emotionally. You found it difficult. So I get the feeling that this is the beginning of, you know, this lovely new phase where you will be able to process that and get back to this self, this version of you, which is such a lovely energy. So the Chariot speaks to strength. It speaks to strength to move forward. And, you know, we've got the moon here, which is the kind of like this suppression of this thing and you're moving towards it. Now, in processing this, whatever it is, I get the sense from the cards that that's not a kind of charge at it energy, you know, like just charge at it and blast it. That's not what we're doing here. It's kind of like a working around the edges of it, gently working around the edges of this issue to unearth it and just gently, delicately have a look at it, bring it out into the light to be able to start processing that, so that you can actually get back to this wonderful enthusiasm for life. Now, there's another good thing here. As I said, when I first looked at these cards, I had this message of support, that proverb, you know, that whole support message. And this card does speak to, it's telling us that we do have, excuse me, there is support here for you. You're not alone. So in this, in this processing of this conflict, whatever happened here, whatever was upsetting, that has been inhibiting you and causing you to feel held back, or just the enjoyment for life just hasn't been the same. Whatever it is, you have the help or the potential to receive help from others, to receive support from others and guidance. So if you're feeling a bit lost, you know, you feel ready to start processing this, but you feel a bit lost in, you know, you need someone to guide that process, then the cards are saying seek out that guidance, and that will help you to do that. So, you know, whether that's the help of trusted friends, trusted family, a therapist, a coach, someone to help you delicately start working around the edges of this issue and start slowly kind of bringing it to the light and processing whatever it is. And it is in a sense confronting that conflict so that you can lay it to rest. But it's, again, I would just the message that I'm getting is that it's not this kind of like just shove it out into the light and confront it there and then, you know. It's more of a approach this in a more delicate fashion, So, yeah. So, and in doing so, you can be moving in the direction of your goals, the direction of your happiness, the direction of your bliss. But whatever this is that has just been sitting just under the surface, always, you've been carrying on. It's like an ever-present discomfort that's been messing with your enjoyment and your ability to feel enthusiastic and approach life in just a bouncy, enthusiastic, creative way. It's messing with your ability to manifest what you want because it's just this issue. And I think, if you're listening to this and you know what it is, then this message is obviously resonating and is for you around it's time to lay it to rest, to put it to bed. And you have the support of the universe and the potential support of other people in your life. And there's benefit in seeking out guidance if you're feeling lost about how to deal with it. But you know that it's time to deal with it. You can see the benefit in dealing with it, but perhaps you're feeling a little bit at sea or lost around how to do that. Then, seek out the guidance from someone you trust, someone who you know will have your back, be in your corner, or just have the professional expertise perhaps to guide you through that process. But I mean, it's a beautiful feeling of support. That's very much the sense that I'm getting, is that it's about support. That support is available to you energetically and tangibly in the real world in terms of, your relationships with other people. You're not alone. So I hope that helps. And thank you for joining me today. And I hope to have you with me for another reading soon. Have a great day.